Hi, Sarah. We're going to go over some stuff that I already talked about, but I'm going to show you again. First, we're going to go into network adapters to show all your network adapters on your computer. I have two Ethernet adapters because I have two Ethernet ports. You only have one. We'll just go on to the first one here and double-click it. Go into Properties and IP version 4 properties. And this is where you can configure your IP address information. You want it to be on this little box here, this top obtain IP address automatically, because that will enable dynamic host configuration protocol, which is DHCP, and that, as it says, it just gives you an IP address from the pool of available addresses that your router has set up, and then you don't have to worry about any of this stuff, and it will work all the time as long as your router is working right. And again, you want to also obtain DNS server address automatically as well. The DNS server is the domain name system is the system that converts numbers, these numbered addresses like 192.168.1. whatever, into actual named addresses like google.com or amazon.com and stuff like that. So you need to have a DNS server specified to resolve those addresses. If you're going to use a statically assigned server, I would just use this one here. These two, actually, these are both run by Google, and they are generally pretty fast and reliable. But you can always just click that, and that should work fine. Close all that stuff out. And so when we use private internet access, what private internet access does is it basically assigns you a new IP, or at least it masks your IP address, and it uses an alternate IP address of a computer far, far away, or wherever you specify, like the Netherlands, or I think I'm using Toronto. So basically, the rest of the internet no longer sees you by your actual IP address that's assigned to you by your internet service provider, and now sees you by this alternate address. My IP assigned address is like 74.77. something something. This is obviously a much different number, so because it's, let's see, where am I? Yeah, I'm in Toronto. But in addition to changing your IP address, it also encrypts the data that's being transferred between you and that host computer in Toronto, in my case. And encryption basically just means it's encoded so that it cannot be understood by anyone else who intercepts it, unless they have the particular decoding key that only you have. So basically, your data is it's called tunneling, and that's because basically you have well, here I am, and there's my proxy server right there. So basically, there's like a tunnel between here and here, between me and my proxy server, that basically nobody else can see what's going on between here and here. So in that way, you're completely protected. But the problem with that is that it alters your IP address information, and then when you exit the program, sometimes you have trouble getting on the internet. Let's see if I have internet access right now. Yes, I do, but oh well. Let's pretend that I didn't. What I'd have to do is then go back in here, as I showed you before, and re-enable dynamic host configuration protocol, which apparently it did not get messed up this time, which I guess it doesn't always. But let's just say it had been. There would be numbers in here, and it would be just like this. So you just go up, and you obtain automatically, and then okay, and that's easy enough, but kind of a pain in the butt if you have to do it all the time. So now I'm going to show you this new program I got that's sitting right here that's doing a terrible job trying to understand what I'm saying. But it actually works a lot better than this list might indicate.